everyone, welcome back to another sweet tea video. Today I'm here with Chiaki in her not her complete outfit. I actually have a jacket for her, but it's really hard to get the jacket on and with her sweater and stuff like that. So I actually tried to make a video about Chiaki and Ren's backstory, but I hated it, so gonna do that sometime in the future. So today I'm back to do some tags, and I had to do it before the end of this month because then it's kind of like too late. And before I begin, I just wanted to say that I've had a terrible 2 weeks. People are constructioning outside. That's not my point. I ordered something and apparently it's gone, and it's just been a long story. So putting that aside, today and starting from Wednesday actually, I started to get back my positive mojo, as so to speak. So yeah, today I'm making a video. Starting off with Werewolf. How has the hobby transformed you? I don't think I've changed very much. I think it's a great outlet for me to be more creative, just having a physical thing. But as for being changed, I don't think I've changed. I think that I just have something extra to think about nowadays. So Vampire, the dreaded sun. How do you feel about yellowing and the aging of these dolls? I am totally scared about it. I have made like a video in the beginning when I started this hobby that I'm scared of it getting yellowed. I mean, I know it's a natural process, but knowing that your doll is going to change, is not going to look exactly how you've gotten it, it's not eternal, which is kind of funny because you think as a doll they're not supposed to change and they're supposed to outlive you. But thinking that they can yellow and that you can't do anything about it, really, I'm sure it scares some others as well, and I am in the same boat. So that's my personal feel about it. Of course, I come to accept it. I tend to just put my dolls away. They're in their boxes, and that's why I really like Blythes for that reason, because I can display them in the sun or whatever and they won't really change. Of course, you shouldn't put it under direct sunlight, but I'm not. That's why I kind of prefer Blythes in that sense. Frankenstein's monster. Have you ever modded a doll? No, but I am going, like I've said, plan to change Chiaki's and Ren's face ups and possibly change their bodies to A-zone. But I've kind of got used to them. The fact that they don't have to move very much, so it's hard to say. Next one, zombie. Have you ever caught the marketplace virus? Name some unplanned purchases that jumped out and infected you. Well, I can't access the marketplace, but I am on some Facebook groups. No, I tend to look for only the dolls that I'm interested in, so that has never occurred to me. I'm not really a compulsive buyer when it comes to my BJD or my doll hobby. Maybe a little bit more compulsive on some other things that I collect. Skeleton, what's your favorite body sculpt? Forget the heads. Personally, I mean, I don't have too many dolls. I do praise the Minifee boy body, but that's not my favorite boy body. I would say Delves really have a nice sculpt. I really like SD boy sculpts because obviously they're, more mature, whereas MSDs are kind of like childish more usually. Although there is, I think, Dreaming Doll, maybe they have some pretty nice boy sculpts for MSDs, which I'm planning to get one day for one of my dolls. Yeah, that's about it for that. Which, name some dolls that are magical. Seeing them on your dashboard inspires you. Can be general sculpts or specific dolls owned by talented friends. I don't... I don't really see too much BJD sculpts on my dashboard usually because I'm following other things. But I would say any dolls. Well, I love Denali Wins dolls, so each and every one of them to me is really, really inspiring. And of course, a few others, but definitely Denali Win. She comes to mind very quickly for me. So definitely any of her MSD collection, even her SD collection with Keipu is really cool. And yeah, she kind of like introduces these sculpts, and I'm kind of like, wow, that's really cool. Like I didn't picture that for that doll, but you totally like brought a whole new light to it. So always great to see your videos. Ghost, the one that got away. I don't really hunt dolls per se. It's never happened to me because I've never gotten to like the marketplace thing too. So maybe that's why. Freddy Cougar, what is your worst doll nightmare? Has it happened or not? Worst doll nightmare is it's definitely it's outrageous and it doesn't make any sense. But my nightmare is if I leave a doll in the sun for like even an hour and I take it out next day, it's like completely yellowed. Other than that, I don't really think there's another doll nightmare. Maybe not getting the package because I've been paranoid about packages lately. That's my only nightmare I can think of. Jason, if you were gonna make Halloween costumes for your doll, or plan to, what costumes would you make? Well, one of my characters is actually a witch, so maybe a witch costume. Maybe wizard. I know, it's very cliche. I don't think there's too much Halloween type of costumes I'm really interested. I'm not very out of the box when it comes to that. Chucky. Possessed doll. Have you ever been scared of dolls or of a certain doll? To be honest, when I was a kid, according to my mother, I've always been scared of, well, certain types of dolls. The dolls that if you lay them down, they close their eyes, like vintage dolls. My mom she told me that like ever since I was a kid, even before the movie of Chucky, I always thought I was scared of vintage dolls because of Chucky. Apparently she told me even when I was around 2, she would, and you can see them in my baby photos, but there's a small doll, like the vintage dolls. It's a cheaper kind, it's not like the real one. And she would put it in a corner where her cassette tapes were. And because I was a kid, I really loved to pull the cassette tapes and like ruin them for her. So she put the doll there and she said I would never go near it. And it's weird because to me, I always thought I watched Chucky, and then as I grew older, my dad bought those big dolls that were like the size of you. It was like 4 feet tall or 3 feet tall dolls that were the same height as you. I always thought my fear started around then. But my mom, she told me like I was already scared of them at a very, very young age. So there's that. And also I remember there was this time my dad brought me and my mom, he loves going on these like thrift store hunting thing, and he found like a big one somewhere, I forgot where, and he took us there, and I was roaming around the store, and I found this room, this about 20 by 30 or so, and this room was full of vintage dolls like put behind glass cases, and they were just like rows and rows and rows of them. And I remember I walked through them and they were all just staring, and I was just like, you know what, I'm so out of here. But yeah, if I see a vintage doll nowadays, I don't feel anything. I've gotten over it. But there's also this one other time I went to tutoring with a childhood friend of mine, and this guy was creepy. Like I don't like this guy. He brought out a Chucky doll. It was about like I think 12 inches tall, and he brought it out and was just like showing it to us during tutoring time. And I screamed so loud, I freaked out. I started bawling up in my chair with the little desk chairs. I started bawling up, I started screaming and kicking from the desk. I was like around 12 or so, or 13, and he was amazing to him. And he like brought it closer. Of course, after I got over my freak out and I came back next week, I wasn't, you know, just completely phased out. But yeah, it was a long time thing. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Which, name some dolls that are magical. Seeing them on your dashboard inspires you. Can you be general? Can be general scopes? Or I'll do that again. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope that. Alright, thank you so much for watching. This has been another.